Recording.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3, 4 from Warringal Park. Jacko, testing?
Yep, testing, mate. Beautiful day, good day for footy, and let's hope it's a good game.
Okay, and cutting in 5, 4, 3.
Okay, welcome Jacko. It's Brad Purvis and John Jackson here at Warringal Park. It's Heidelberg versus Lower Plenty round 2. Welcome, Jacko.
Yeah, welcome, Brad. Look, this morning when I arrived at the ground, it was overcast, it was wet, it was slippery, but we have now got a beautiful afternoon for football, and this will be a real tester for Lower Plenty, just to see where they're at for very early in the season. So looking forward to a big game.
And Heidelberg coming off a victory last week against Bundoora. Lower Plenty coming off a victory against Montmorency. Changes, we know one main change at Lower, Jacko?
Yeah, young Joshy Turner's out, and Will Morley is taking his place. Yeah, so that was very unfortunate. Young Josh is out for the year.
Looks like he's done an ACL according to all reports. So we wish him all the best in his recovery. And Heidelberg, are you aware of any changes there?
Oh, look, to be honest, I haven't really looked at all the details. So.
Right, umpires for today's game, Peter Angelis and Daniel Compton. Reasonable crowd in. Hopefully there'll be a few more insights. Are just going through their warm-up at the moment. Players to watch, Jacko, for Heidelberg. Kennedy, their captain, up forward.
Yeah, look, he kicked 4 last week.
Jason Kennedy.
Yeah, and they had a number of players in the best last week. Josh Gribben, Kevin Andrews, Ben Cosgrove, William Knight, Daniel Archer, Charles Gaillard. So they're the guys who had a good start for this season. So boys to keep an eye on for the game. And look
for Lower?
Yeah, for Lower. Look, Tommy Keys had a great game last week. Darcy led very well as captain. Jesse Smith, Matt Vasilevsky, Cam Elmore and Chaz Bromley all got in the best. Again, so just to keep an eye on for the start of the season. It's always good to get off to a good start to the year.
It is, and it's going to be it's a even competition in Division 1, as we've been saying all year, and so have all the other pundits, and therefore early wins are handy wins.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Money in the bank, really. It's good to get off to a good start. Takes a little bit of pressure off when you get points on the board, and both teams will be really enthusiastic. Being a bigger ground today, Brad, I think that will obviously open the game up a lot more.
Hopefully it's not as scrambly as it was last week.
Well, exactly.
The Lower game, that is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Lower, small grounds and a little bit windy can make it a bit difficult, but today is perfect conditions for football, bigger grounds, and I expect to see a high standard game of footy.
All right, well, sides are about to take their position. Umpires are getting into position, so we'll keep rolling and get straight into it. Looks like, let's have a look where the Lower Plenty boys are moving into position. Jacko, it looks like Lower Plenty
kicking to the
left of screen by the look of it.
Now, what about the umpires today, mate?
Umpires, yeah, gave that. Peter Angelis and Daniel Compton, field umpires for today's game. Siren's about to go shortly, so we'll that'll test our eardrums because we're sitting right next to it, mate.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So let's have a look in the centre contest. Michael Finn be the ruck doing the ruck contest there for Heidelberg, and he'll be up against Paddy Flynn. Two big boys both wear number 27, Jacko. That'll help us.
Yeah, that'll make it a bit easier for us today.
So the two big boys be doing the contest in the ruck. We've got Dumstis in there for Lower Plenty. Looks like he's going to play ruck rover. We've also got Dougie Morris in there for Lower. Was initially named on the interchange bench, and we'll pick up the Heidelberg boys as we go along. Righto, so here we go. Starter play, Heidelberg versus Lower Plenty. Up she goes. No real decisive knockout. A tackle laid straight away by Chaz Bromley. And the Heidelberg player picking himself up off the deck, and up we go again for another centre bounce. Paddy Flynn gets high. Tap goes down. Shark there for Lower Plenty. Comes out towards the half-forward line. And it's picked up by Jesse Smith, who played a ripping game in the first game of the year. He's directly in front of us on the centre wing position. Umpire tells him to move it on. Jesse Smith drives towards the centre half-forward position. Spoiled to the ground. It's a chance now for Heidelberg. Handball comes out towards the half-back line. The umpire's going to pay a free kick. It's going to go to Lower Plenty. It was taken there by Dylan Ronalds, and Dylan Ronalds kicks it towards the pocket, and he finds Darcy Barden in the forward pocket, probably going to be kicking from 40 to 45 metres by the look of that.
So it's a good start for Lower for the start of the game, moving the ball quite well.
making use of the open spaces. So Barden will kick from 45 metres. Drop punt kick is on the way. Looks as though he's missed to the far side, and it's gone through for 1 point. So Lower Plenty get the first score on the scoreboard, and we're going to see the ball board in for Heidelberg. Trying to pick up who that is down there. We will in a moment. I don't think it's Cosgrove. Heidelberg will bring the ball in towards the half-back line. Here's a chance now. The big fella, great mark taken by Finn. I wasn't paid, I thought he marked it. He got tackled by Flynn. So we've got Finn and Flynn, both wearing the 27s. Here we go. Raving there is Hodgkin for Heidelberg. Up she goes. No decisive knock. Almost went into the hands of Hodgkin. Ball gets bundled up under Hodgkin and also Dougie Morris, and we'll see another throw up on the 50-metre arc half forward line. Pat Flynn won that one. Went towards Bromley, and he was in and under the pack. Umpire said he earned a free kick, so Chaz Bromley will bring the ball back towards centre half forward position. In fact, it's gone the other way. It's picked up by Blair Harvey, I think, who got the hands out. Ball got cleared towards the wing position on the outer side. Heidelberg bring it towards centre half forward. Is that Jason Kennedy?
It is.
Or Josh Gribben?
No, it was Kennedy.
Kennedy kicks the ball in towards the top of the goal square, and we're going to see a mark paid. I'm not sure if it's Ben Cosgrove.
Will Knight.
Who is it? Will Knight.
Yeah,
Will
actually
Knight
got
in the
got a
forward
free
pocket
kick for a push.
Righto.
Pushed out in the contest. Look, that transition of football there was good by Heidelberg.
Was good. So it's Will Knight who's going to have the first set shot for goal for Heidelberg, and he'll be kicking Jacko from about man on the mark's no more than about 20 metres out, if that. So Will Knight, it's on its way, and I think it's full points on the scoreboard to Heidelberg, kicked by Will Knight. So they're up with 6 points. So Heidelberg are 1 goal straight, Lower Plenty are 1 behind. And Jacko, they looked dangerous when they moved it.
Yeah, look, they did. And look, going back to that bit of play, Chaz Bromley worked really hard to win the position of the ball. And unfortunately, Aaron Kick turned it over, kicked it back towards that dangerous area, and opened the game up for Heidelberg.
Again, they make good use of the space, I think, too. Paul Bauer in there in the middle for Heidelberg, and Finn in the ruck against Flynn. Up she goes. Tap out, probably won by Finn. Kicked, knocked forward towards Hodgkin, I think. And there's a chance for Dumstis. He didn't get rid of it properly. Paid the advantage. Was picked up by Brunelli. Brunelli on the left foot. Drives towards but it's marked there by
Cam
Elmore. He gets the hands off. Ball's cleared by Vasilevsky. Comes back towards centre half back. Picked up. Kick forward for Lower Plenty, and it comes out wide towards Jesse Smith, but he's outmarked beautifully by Callum Lewis on the centre wing position. Great mark by Lewis for Heidelberg, so he'll relieve. He'll bring the ball back towards the half forward zone. Goes towards the flank position. It's knocked over the boundary line and out of bounds after Daniel Archer got a fist on it. And we'll see a boundary throw in on the half forward flank, Heidelberg territory. Here's a throw in. It's a chance over the back of the pack. Heidelberg won. I think Paul Bauer got his hands on it. Was sharked by the big fella Finn. He couldn't get a boot on it, so the umpire said after they all laid on it that he'll ball it up. Just settling down, Jacko, I think, play, isn't it, at the moment? Up she goes. It's a chance. It was Paddy, and it was tapped down to Vasilevsky. He kicks towards the wing position. Hands come off the top of the pack towards Barden. It was Billy Barden, and in the end it's gone. It's going to go his way. He kicks it towards the half-forward line. It's a one-on-one. Duckworth was there. Overrunning the footy was Lower Plenty. It's a chance now as Heidelberg tap towards the boundary line. I think it's going to go over and out. Duckworth's appealing for an out on the full, which I don't think it was. We'll see a boundary throw in on the half-forward line. Boundary throw in. In it comes. It's a decent sort of throw, and it goes over the top of all of them. Running onto the footy, hands come out towards Mickey. Mickey, he kicks the ball towards the wing position on the outer side, and I think it might have been Treloar who gets the hands off into the running possession of the Heidelberg boy. It gets tagged, brought to the ground. Ball couldn't be cleared, and it was Mickey there over the top. Vasilevsky for Lower Plenty. Up she goes. Ball gets tapped and sharked by Vasilevsky. He can't get the handball. He's tackled beautifully by the Heidelberg boy. And that was Hodgkin. There's the throw, tap down by Finn. Goes to the advantage of Heidelberg. Left foot towards the half-forward line. Oh, there's a chance there for the big fella. Went beat him all's gone towards the centre half-forward position. Keys for Lower Plenty. Ball ended up shut in the hands of Heidelberg. Picked up there by Paul Bauer, and he goes short. Marked about 30 metres out from goal. And it's Gaylard who has the footy for Heidelberg. And he's going to be kicking directly in front. And it was a handy little pass, wasn't it?
Oh, beautiful. Look, good vision and short kick to position and sets him up for a shot at goal.
So Gaylard kicking directly in front. Wasn't a great looking kick off the boot, but I think it's got there, and it's full points to Gaylard. So Charles Gaylard gets the second for Heidelberg, and Jacko 2 goals straight.
Two goals straight, so one behind.
So one behind. So they have Heidelberg's had a lot of possession in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, they have, and they look clean when they get the football, so they're using the ball quite well. They've got good runners. When it's in tight and close, it's good by Lower, but it's when it's getting open, it's when Heidelberg look dangerous.
Back in the guts. Let's see the throw up again. Luke Hodgkin there in the centre for Heidelberg. Up she goes. Finn and Flynn, it didn't, again, was sort of nullified. Here's a chance now. Hands come out. Oh, did he get rid of it? Didn't he? Umpire said, I'll bounce it. It was pretty hot footy. Michael Brunelli was in there. Charles Gaylard in the centre as well. Up she goes. Again, no decisive tap. It's picked up and sharked by Chaz Bromley. Comes back to Flynn. He gets a handball off to Jesse Smith. He's under pressure. Scrambles the left foot toe poke. Billy Barden tries to do the same. This time it comes towards, is it Luby? And he gets a ball back towards the half-forward line. Jordan Treloar gets the hands off. Shark now for Heidelberg by Mickey. Out she comes again. Good hands by Luke Hodgkin. It ends up in possession of Michael Brunelli, who kicks the ball towards the half-forward line, and the ball's marked by Archer. Smothered, out of bounds. Looks dangerous, the big fella down there.
Yeah, and they move the ball slickly. I mean, it's good football. Good, as I say, the ball, the hand movement is fantastic.
Here's a boundary throw in the forward pocket. Paddy Flynn. Ball got sharked beautifully by Heidelberg. Ends up at centre half forward in the hands of Knight. Now the ball has gone through for one behind. Point to Heidelberg. Takes them on to 2 goals 1.
2 goals 1 to 1 behind.
1 behind. So two goal ball game. We're going to see Vasilevsky kick it in. Kicks it in, and the ball's marked by Jesse Smith in the back pocket in front of Jason Kennedy. Jesse Smith brings the ball towards the half-back line. Oh, lovely mark taken there by Treloar for Heidelberg. Treloar goes in short. It wasn't a bad kick off the boot. Couldn't quite get the hands on it there at centre half forward. Archer. It comes back again toward Meekie. Meekie gets the hands off now. Ball kicked across the centre by Luby. And now we've got Heidelberg who switch beautifully and bring it straight back down the middle towards centre half forward. But Paddy Flynn gets back and takes a timely mark to relieve for Lower Plenty. Flynn brings the ball out wide, very wide, and he's got Billy Barden. Marks in front of Jordan Treloar. Barden goes in short. Duckworth marks. Thought about the handball, goes back now, looking for blokes who can give him a lead. He decides to go pretty long and high towards centre half forward, and it's a good mark out the back of the pack by Heidelberg. Goes in short to Meekie. Meekie drives the ball, looking for the... fair mark too. Pretty handy mark taken by Treloar. He looks dangerous. Kicks it in towards the hot spot. Front and centre. Hands came off there from Knight. And ball kicked through by Heidelberg for another behind. And I tell you what, Lower Plenty need to tighten up, Jacko.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They're running rings around them.
They are, and if you just look at the way they're zoning, I mean, it looks like they're just pushing up. Look at the lower forward line. There's no players in the forward line whatsoever, so they're just pressing this game. So they're just pushing up in numbers and really making it very difficult for a Lower to clear the ball. They need to move the ball in quicker transition. At the moment, it's 2 stop-start. This is where they're getting stuck here, and they're coming undone.
Jesse Smith cleared the ball towards the wing position, but a great mark by Finn. Michael Finn. He's got blokes calling for it from all over the ground. He goes towards Archer, goes over the top of his hands. It's sharked in the forward pocket by Heidelberg, and I think it's going to bounce through. And I wonder, was it Knight?
I'm not sure that was Knight. Was it number 5?
I'll tell you
that, boys.
There he is on screen there, and I can't pick. Is it Josh Easy?
Josh Etsy.
Yeah, Josh Etsy. I think it's Josh Etsy. We'll just follow him back to the middle. But I'm pretty sure it was Josh Etsy who scrambled one, and yeah, it was. Josh Etsy, number 44, lovely goal. So on the scoreboard, it's 3 goals.
2? 3 goals, 2?
3 goals, 2 to
1 behind.
1 behind. So it's a handy margin early in the contest, and up he goes, and he wins it, Finn. Ball's picked up by Vasilevsky, who's looked dangerous again. Nick Mackey gets a handball, didn't quite hit the target. Vasilevsky had to double back onto the left foot, in short. Mark taken by Ryan Gray, almost in the centre. It's hard to find a player to hit up. They're manning up well. He goes out wide towards Barden, beats him, out of bounds.
So they put Vasilevsky on the ball, which they needed to do. They need some run. At the moment, when they're getting the ball down the back line, it's too slow for them to move the ball out of the back line. So they're going to have to be able to get on their bike and actually run and try and break the lines, because at the moment, we're getting killed in the air.
Here we go. Ball's sharked, and about 4 Heidelberg blokes bring Chaz Bromley to the earth, and we'll see a throw up again on the outer side of the ground on the wing position. Up she goes. Again, controlling it was Finn. Ball's tapped forward for the Heidelberg. I don't know whether he had possession of the footy. Umpire said play on. Chaz Bromley jumped on top of him. Just pick up who that Heidelberg player was under the bottom, doing the hard work. It was, in fact, Daniel Kelly. Up she goes. Finn again. Vasilevsky Sharks. Looks for the handball. Shark this time by Heidelberg into the hot spot. Keys. No. It wasn't Keys.
It was Nick Mackey,
It was Nick, was it? Anyway, it's a all closed up possession. Now, I'll tell you who it was. It was
48.
48. I haven't got a number. So here it goes. Shark for Heidelberg. Back towards the half-forward line. A lovely little kick. Controlled kick goes in. Coming out and taking the relieving is that Keller?
That's Elmore.
Elmore, it is. Elmore
Mr. Reliable.
Takes the mark in front of Will Knight. Elmore decides to switch and go wide. He needs to mark that, in which he didn't. The Lower Plenty bloke. He was under good pressure by Heidelberg, and again it stacks on. Mackey joins in. Heidelberg bloke decides to help separate him. Is it Spencer Finnegan? And we'll see a throw up again. We've had plenty of them. This time it's Shark beautifully for Heidelberg. He was a bit stiff then, and he was a bit stiff. And we'll see a relieving kick for Lower Plenty. Ball comes towards the wing position on the outer side of the ground. They all went a little bit early and didn't really time it. Here's a chance now. Good hard footy in and under. Shark for Lower Plenty. Hands come out. Nick Mackey. Darcy, not sure who it was there who tapped the ball forward. And might have been Darcy or Ronalds. And but Heidelberg take the relieving mark at centre half back. And they'll continue to kick the ball around that outer side of the ground. Here's a chance now. Luby. He brings the ball in short. Partly smothered. Handball comes back to where it came from. No real clean possession. I think we might see another throw up. This time on the half-forward flank almost on the half-forward flank for Lower Plenty.
Just interesting looking at that bit of play there. There's just the numbers around the ball for Heidelberg as against for Lower. There was more numbers from Heidelberg than there were from Lower, and that's just the problem at the moment. There's not enough numbers around the football, around the contest. So when someone's winning the ball, there's no one there to actually give it off to. So
up she
get
goes.
More numbers at the ball.
Ratty almost got his hands on it. Chance here now for Lower. Also a chance for Ben Curtin, who was thereabouts for Heidelberg, and this umpire's paid a free kick there. Lower Plenty will take that free kick. Ball goes towards the half-forward line. Bit of manoeuvring. No clean possession. And what's he going to do with this one? I think he might throw it up again. Heath Ayres walks in to help his teammate, who I think was Ronalds. Umpire gives the footy a little bit of a wipe down, and up she goes again. Flynn this time wins it decisively. Nice shark for Heidelberg. For Heath Ayres for Lower Plenty, but he was brought to the ground, I think, by Luby, who's doing some good hard work back there for Heidelberg on the half back line. Sharked again. This time looked like it was Duckworth. And it's gone through for 1 point. So Lowell Plenty move on to 2 behinds. And Heidelberg 3 goals too.
Correct.
So 3-2-20 plays 2 behinds. We'll get a time check in a second. There's a kick, comes towards the wing position. Barden was up. He was against Trelaw. Hits the deck now. Ratty gets the hands off. Ball sharked by Barden again, left foot in. This time it's Dougie Morris who's got the ball. He goes in short again. Finds Vasilevsky. He drives with a towering left foot kick from the half forward line, and he's jailed it, Jacko. It's a pretty handy kick on the left foot.
They much needed goal.
6 minutes to go.
Beautiful
in the first quarter.
Beautiful finish. Good work by Ratty there, getting the ball out there. And
lovely finishing by Vasilevsky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, he's looked dangerous for them.
And Dougie Morris is spotting that up. So Dougie seems to be able to get the ball. He seems to be using it well when he wins the foot. He's a strong boy too, isn't he?
He is. Been some good players from Heidelberg across that half back line and in the centre as well. I think the ruckman's doing a pretty good job too. Finn.
Agreed.
Up we go again, and I think Finn got his hands on that and controlled the tap. In and under, couldn't quite take possession, was Powick. Ball gets kicked towards the half forward line. There's Darcy Barden, who's been switched back, marks in front of Archer. And then Nick Mackey gives a good lead up. He decides to switch back, doesn't quite hit the target. Barden switches even wider, and little short pass comes out wide onto the half back line. Will Morley takes it, goes onto the left foot down here right in front of us. Chance there for Di Stefano, got the handball off. Taken now for Lowell Plenty by Matt Barden. Good chain, but it's been brought undone. Heidelberg interception. Nice long driving kick back towards the half forward line. Over the top for Heidelberg there was Sargent. In and under. Handball from Lowell Plenty comes out off the ground. Goes Easy. By Izzy, who kicked the... Etsy, sorry, thanks. And... ball's ended up out of bounds in the forward pocket again for Heidelberg, who are kicking towards the club room's end. Only about 3 or 4 minutes of play to go. Ball got sharked there. Did he have possession? Comes out to Vasilevsky. Gets the handball over to Morris. Morris drives the ball back towards the half forward line. No luck there with Dylan Ronalds. Good play by Heidelberg as they bring the ball back out in the form of Nick Miller. Now there's hands off again. Heidelberg coming through the middle, looked like Hodgkin. Back in towards the hotspot, top of the square. Going to be a chance, but it beats Bauer over the line. It goes out of bounds. In the danger zone down there in the forward pocket for Heidelberg. And they really can't afford to give away another one here, Lowell Plenty.
Not at this time.
Flynn in the ruck. Beautiful tap, won by Archer. Went in the direction... Lowell Plenty were able to clear the ball out towards the wing position, but it's taken there by Meekie. He's had a good quarter. He goes across short towards Gaylard. I like the look at him in this first quarter. Lovely control there and a long kick forward by, I think it was Brunelli, into the hot spot. They're pretty well controlled with their delivery into the forward line. I think that's another advantage. And going over like 9 pins, they're desperate, Heidelberg. Probably showing a bit more desperation than Lowell Plenty at the moment. He's looked good across the middle there, Meekie.
He has. What number is it?
He's number 2.
There it is there.
And he's had plenty of it.
My word, he has.
There's the tap. Shark for Heidelberg. Over the top. I think he's kicked it. Wilmot. Fantastic snapshot. What number was he? Wilmot. Will Knight again, sorry. Will Knight, number 14 it was. And he's kicked 2 and he's looked super dangerous. And I just said before, when they bring the ball into the forward line, they're under strict directions to kick it to the, like good old-fashioned footy, Jacko, top of the square to the hotspot.
Yeah, they're very disciplined, aren't they?
My word, they are. And the scoreboard shows that. 4 goals 2, plays 1 goal 2, and we're almost full-time in the first quarter. Up she goes. And Paddy Flynn won that one. Vasilevsky's got space. Goes onto the left foot. Wasn't his greatest, but goes in towards the forward pocket. Heidelberg working well, although the hands come over. Morris ends up in his hands, and Morris has a shot for goal and kicks across the face and one behind for Lowell Plenty. Heidelberg, to me, looked like they had that under control, and then Morris was able to shark it. I think this is Luby bringing the ball in. And now Heidelberg bring it back towards the wing position, and Nick Mackey, up he goes and takes a screamer in the first quarter. Mackey goes towards, again I think this is Luby, relieving for Heidelberg, would almost be their best player in this first quarter. He's been tremendous across half back. Hands come across, ends up with Meekie. He goes in short now. Heidelberg in the back pocket, just hanging on to it. I think they realise that the bell's about to go. Little chip pass. 4 minutes to go, so they won't be chipping it around. Thanks. There it goes towards the wing position. 1-on-1. Big fella there, Archer, almost was able to do a little bit of damage. Lower Plenty shovel it towards the boundary line. Jesse Smith can't win it, and Hodgkins there for Heidelberg, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Boundary throw-in right on the centre wing position. There it goes. I think it was won by Finn. Lovely bit of play there by Brunelli. He was in and under. Did well to control it. 2 against 1. And he did very well. Up she goes. Again, no one really had a clean possession. Bromley got the ball forward. Punched and spoiled there for Heidelberg by Luby. But it goes the way of Morris, who gets on the left foot. He drives it towards the forward pocket. And it'll be Dylan Ronalds. It looked dangerous, Jacko.
Yeah, look, last week he had a really good second half, and he does look dangerous. He's got a bit of ability, this boy.
This is Dylan Ronalds. He'll be shooting from about 35 out, 35 to 40, probably closer to 40 metres. And he's kicking for Lower Plenty's second goal, and they desperately need another one on the siren. There's the kick off the boot, but it's another behind. Lower Plenty move on to 1 goal 3. Heidelberg 4 goals 2. Ball comes in. Out of sight of the ground. Mark taken. Archer, I think. He switches. He brings it back in. I think that might have been Bauer. Hands come across to Brunelli. Brunelli goes in short. Out wide on the outer side of the ground. Kick goes towards the half-forward line, and this time it'll be Bromley, I think, who'll relieve for... he's been a good player in this first quarter.
Yeah, he's worked hard.
He's had plenty of... The ball's been down there a fair bit, and he's had to do a bit of hard work. That kick was not a particularly good one.
That's what's let him down at the moment.
And Heidelberg will bring the ball in from the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Goes towards... Lovely lead-up.
Good, strong grab.
And just trying to see whether that's Miller. Not sure. In short, here's a chance now. Ball snapped in towards the top of the centre half forward. Up one hand for the Heidelberg boy. Hits the deck. Over the top was Gaylard doing the hard work for Heidelberg. But looks like it's a free kick. Lower Plenty. Swing the ball again into this pocket. And taking it is Cam Elmore.
He's had a good quarter as well.
He's had a good quarter. Marks in front of Bauer. Ball comes out wide, and this is the boy whose number we don't have in the book. 48. We've got to pick up who that is. Goes backwards to Elmore. Elmore goes across the front of the big sticks. Ball's kicked towards the half-back line by Lower Plenty. Nick Mackey did well. He was under a fair bit of pressure there.
Had a reasonably good quarter, Nick.
He has. There's 1 minute to go, and I don't think, again, Lower Plenty wouldn't want to give one up at this particular point. In the ruck, it's the big fella Finn, and this time he's against Ratty for Lower Plenty, who's given Paddy Flynn a spell. Shark by Heidelberg, back towards the 50-metre arc. Scramble for the ball. Heidelberg boy gets up a little bit worse for wear here at centre half forward, and that is Justin Powick. Just hobbling a little bit. Hope he's all right. And up she goes. Oh, lovely clear tap by Finn to Brunelli. Brunelli gets, and there's a little bit of ducking and weaving, and it ends up in the dangerous pocket. Kennedy. In the hands of Captain Kennedy. And I think this is probably his first shot at goal in this quarter. So this is Jason Kennedy who shoots from the pocket. And I think it's gone straight over the top of the goal umpire and it's full points. So goal to Jason Kennedy, and that's what Heidelberg wanted and Lower Plenty didn't on the bell. And that'll take them to 5 goals. 32 with about 5 seconds left. Lower Plenty are 1 goal 2.
1 goal 3.
1 goal 3, so it's 1 goal 4. We'll check that.
Okay.
Jacko's pen again's not firing early in the game. He's got the timekeeper to deal with up here today. So the bell will go just as he throws her up. Up she goes, and it's sharked beautifully for Lower Plenty. And that'll be quarter time, so we'll do another score check. Jacko, what is it?
Yeah, look, we've got 5 goals 2 to Heidelberg to 1 goal 4 Lower Plenty. If you want the better
Take us through
players.
it. Give us your goal kickers.
Yeah, goal kickers, W. Knight's kicked 2, William Knight, Gaillard's kicked 1, Jezzy's kicked 1, Kennedy's kicked 1. For Lower Plenty, Vasiliski's kicked 1. Better players in that quarter, I think, were Trelaw, Finn, Mikey, Knight, Luby, and for Lower, Vasiliski, Elmore, Morris and Bromley. Just looking at the two sides at the moment, Heidelberg's got a lot more run. They're hitting their targets a bit better, and I think that Lower, to get into the game, are going to have to really get on their bike and going to have to work and run to space and get Heidelberg chasing them. At the moment, they're a bit too stagnant, they're a bit proppy, and it's fallen right into the taller side of Heidelberg's hands.
Righto, we'll wrap her up there and we'll be back for the second quarter shortly.
Got it.